I just have my pro rodeo ones here today,
Okay.
but yeah, that's kind of what you'll see me. I'm a red and white color guy. I like the red and white stripes.
Prom season is coming fast, and Inspire Couture in Glenwood has the dress that feels like you. From sleek and modern to bold and unforgettable, every gown is handpicked to help you shine. Find your perfect fit, feel confident, and make prom night one to remember. Only at Inspire Couture. Good morning. Welcome to Mills County Roots. I'm Carlene Hall, and I'm here in the studios with Shawn Thompson. So, good morning,
Good
Shawn.
morning. How are you?
I am good.
Good.
I'm good. I'm really excited. Shawn is a rodeo clown. Is that or a bullfighter?
Uh,
Do you bullfight?
yeah, I go by professional rodeo clown entertainer is what I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, not so much the bullfighter anymore.
Okay.
That kind of left
Okay.
me years ago.
Okay. You get knocked around a little bit in that barrel by the bull, though, don't
Well,
you?
that's yeah, part of the job, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
Yeah.
It's you go along for the ride.
Yeah. Well, Shawn is from Sydney, Iowa, and that's kind of some of my old stomping grounds. So I was really excited that you had time to come talk to me. And I'm always a big advocate for the Sydney, Iowa Rodeo. And that is put on by the American Legion Post 128.
Hmm.
And we always do everything we can to support our veterans and our veterans organizations. And I love that that rodeo was started that way.
Yeah, it's what a great event, right? I mean,
Yes.
what better patriotic event could there be other than a rodeo
Yeah,
in
right, right.
Sydney, Iowa, Rodeo Town, USA? What is this, like 102 or 103 years, I believe it is now?
Yeah.
It's
It's
unreal.
just yeah, just steady and years ago, like in the 60s, they had like really huge big name country music
Yeah.
stars come there to perform.
Yeah, of course I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
I hear a lot of the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of tradition at Sydney. It's unbelievable the amount of stories that you hear from people. Everywhere
Right.
I go in this country that I travel, I'll go work a rodeo, and somebody will be like, and they'll hear I'm from Sydney, Iowa, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I went to Sydney one time and saw such and such," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's probably true."
Yeah, it's really cool. So that has been the largest outdoor rodeo in the United States
Well,
for,
it's been voted large
yeah,
outdoor rodeo of the
yeah,
year for
uh-huh,
many times.
yeah,
It's truly a like I said, it's a big deal. You know, the Sydney PRCA
yeah,
rodeo is
yeah.
known worldwide.
Yeah,
So
it is a big
yeah,
deal, and the arena is gorgeous,
yeah.
and this and the grandstands are amazing, and it's really it is a jewel. If you haven't been to the Sydney, Iowa Rodeo, it's a must go. Do you know the dates this year?
It is, let me see, I'm gonna be wrong on this. I think it's like July 31st,
Okay.
August 1st and 2nd. It's somewhere in there. It might be
Okay.
July 20th, 20. I have to see where the weekend falls, but it's that
Okay.
very first weekend in August.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it starts on a Tuesday and goes through Saturday.
Right, right. Okay. Well, exciting. You are going to be the entertainer
Yes, yeah.
at your hometown rodeo
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, it's kind of wild. I I can't believe I'm doing this, but
That's awesome.
yeah, it's something I never dreamed I'd. I mean, okay, so as a kid, it was something I dreamed that I would do.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, going there, sitting on Grandpa's lap, and watching the rodeo year after year after year,
Uh-huh.
and and just being, like I said, getting to take it all in. You always kind of had in the back of your mind, boy, it'd sure be neat to do your hometown rodeo. It'd be neat. And then
Yeah.
after doing this for 32 years,
Wow.
I kind of had pushed it off to the side. You know, I've coached in the district and I've taught school in the district, and I just kind of thought, yeah, I just be okay not doing that one. And then 3 years ago, quit teaching and started rodeoing full time, and then this just kind of come about, and the committee come to me and asked me if I'd be interested in doing it, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I would. I mean, I
Wow.
guess I would.
You
So,
mean you didn't jump up and down and
well,
say,
oh,
"Yay!"
I did. I mean, I did. I was honestly excited. It was more of a,
Right.
it was almost honored that they'd even asked me, it's
Exactly.
like, wow, am I this far in my career, or, I made it, I mean,
Yeah.
you do Sydney rodeo, you've been somewhere, you've made it,
Right.
and
Right.
it's just, it's, if, the journey and the road that it took to get there this far is just, it's hard to believe that it's come this far, that it's where it is.
Yeah.
So, and I've got to work a lot of really neat events, a lot of really neat places, big
Hmm.
auditoriums. I've
Hmm.
been to arenas all over the country, as far east as Maine, as far west as Utah and New Mexico, and clear to the
Yeah.
Minnesota Canadian border to this as far south as you can get in Texas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you
What's
know,
been your favorite so far?
oh wow. Well, I'm gonna bring this one up just because it was one that I talked to on the phone with a friend the other day. I was lucky enough to go to Knoxville, Tennessee, and I was working in the house that Pat Summitt built, Thompson Bowling Arena.
Hmm.
And I'll never forget, I was standing in what they call a shark cage, which is it's a stand basically, or what it looks like a hay bale holder that holds
Okay.
hay bales and a hay bale feeder, but that's what it looks like with a top on it. And I stood on top of that and was entertaining the crowd from there, kind of out of harm's way, kind of.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times they'll put the press and stuff underneath there where they can take pictures and videos
Okay.
and stuff
Sure.
underneath there. I was standing on top of there, and we were getting ready to go into what they call the short go round, which is the final round of the bull riding. And they needed something a little bit extra to get the crowd into it. And I come up with an idea back in the dressing room, and the manager of the building was actually kind enough to get me a Tennessee Volunteers jersey, a basketball jersey.
Oh.
So I had that jersey on underneath my jersey that I normally wear, my shirt that I normally wear.
Uh-huh.
And I said, we need something a little bit extra, we need to get the crowd into this to get the
Uh-huh.
bull riders into it and make this happen. And I started to take off my shirt, and I had on that
The
Tennessee
volunteer
jersey.
shirt. Yeah.
And the place went nuts. Well, then it really went to another level after that. I still get goosebumps today thinking about it, to be honest with you, because they started playing Rocky Top.
Oh.
And you could just feel that building move. I mean,
bet
it was
you
just
could.
thumping, and it was
Yeah.
it was an energy that I have not been able to
Wow.
like quite make ends meet on how it is, but it's unreal.
I'll tell you, it's called loyalty.
Well, it is. They're pretty loyal fans up there, but boy, when you're standing smack dab in the middle of that arena and those people start into Rocky Top, I mean, it just sends chills down your body as to how cool that
Everybody knows all
experience
the
that
words.
is. Yeah,
And,
it's just a cool experience. It's just one of those that you see
that's
on TV,
awesome.
during a football game or something, you see
Yeah,
it, but
exactly.
you just
But you were there kind of spurring that on,
yeah,
and yeah,
I
well,
was
that's
the head
amazing.
cheerleader that day.
Yes, yes. And your music director was right on top of it,
He
weren't
was
they? Yeah.
absolutely. Actually, we're real good buddies today still, and
Yeah.
he's been on top of it more than once. That's one
I
thing about
imagine.
rodeo. It's a
Yeah.
team. It's a team thing. It's not just a
Mm-hmm.
I. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very big team thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Good bunch of people.
It
Good bunch of
is.
people.
It
And
is.
down at Sydney, they have in the past, I don't know if they're still doing this, they had some roping events and different things that go on in this arena throughout the year as well.
Yeah, they'll have a high school rodeo. They'll
Uh-huh.
have USTRA team roping, I believe it is, or I may be wrong on that initials there, but
Uh-huh.
team roping event where the world champions from all over the country come in and
Yeah.
top-notch cowboys. Then of course the PRCA rodeo is just
Right.
the best of the best.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of funny. We're in really small towns in Iowa.
Yeah,
What's the population? Well, the population in Fremont County is right around
yeah.
6,000. That's the whole
I
county,
think
isn't
Sydney's
it?
maybe 1,100 or something like that.
In Sydney.
Yeah, I believe
So
it is.
in a town with a population of 1,100,
Hmm.
it's like everybody converges on that at the same time.
Yeah,
And the grandstands are no joke.
yeah.
They're huge. I don't know how many people that rode it. 80,000? Does it hold 80?
I don't know. I don't know the exact.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
of people. I know
It's a
that.
lot of
But
people.
that's what's cool about Sydney, though, is 1,100 people ain't enough to put on a show like that.
Right.
That's what's so cool is
Yeah.
because you get people from the Tabor area, Mills
Sure.
County area.
Sure.
You get people from Shenandoah that come over and
Mhm.
Nebraska City, and it's just you get all kinds of volunteers at that rodeo that help for years. And I know very well about being a volunteer at that rodeo because I've done everything from cleaning the bathrooms to parking the cars
There you go.
to helping set up the hospitality tent for the cowboys.
Yeah.
I feed the livestock. I've done it all. So I've seen every I think I've seen every angle that you can see from that rodeo.
That's great. That's great.
So, yeah.
Speaking of loyalty,
Hmm.
that's how the Sydney hometown loyalty is
Yeah.
during the rodeo. It's just that rodeo loyalty in general.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is also a feeling, and they've always had the most amazing rodeo announcers
Yeah.
that come in there, and they work hard to get the crowd going. And it's very patriotic, and every year they read the names of all the veterans in
Absolutely.
that post who have passed on,
Yes.
and they also honor the veterans and
Hmm.
fly the colors, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a beautiful experience.
Rodeo may be the only sport that I know of
Mm.
that every time starts with God and country.
Yeah,
I mean, it does. That's the cowboy way. I mean, that's
yeah,
and then you won't find a bigger group of people that really push that too. You
right.
know, every rodeo I go to, there's a cowboy church somewhere on Sunday.
Oh,
You know, and that's really
exactly. Yeah,
cool.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
And then there's always a patriotic start, and there's
Hmm.
usually some place in the middle where they want to recognize those veterans that served our country.
Sure.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's a theme
it's
throughout the rodeo.
definitely part of rodeo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is a
Just
theme.
as much as it is the horses and the bulls, that's part
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
So,
exactly, exactly. Well, let's get to know a little bit more about you personally.
okay.
So, you grew up in Sydney?
Actually, I'm born and raised in Fremont County and grew up
Okay,
outside of Sydney,
okay,
in the
okay,
country there,
mm,
kind of rural route Farragut
okay,
address.
okay.
I'm actually a Farragut graduate. Went to
Oh,
school at
okay.
Farragut
Admiral.
Elementary and high school there at Farragut and
Okay,
Admiral. Yep,
yeah,
class of 1994, which is kind of uh, I'll get into that here in a little bit.
okay.
My class kind of had a role in this,
Oh,
believe it
okay,
or not,
okay,
and me becoming who I am today, I should say.
okay.
And yeah, my parents are Ron and Lana Thompson. My dad worked at Eaton's transmission factory for years, and my mother worked at the Sydney school for years, and still does substitute every now and then.
Wow, okay,
Yeah, and then I've got two younger brothers, Ben and Andy Thompson.
okay,
Ben's in the area still working for Brent Lormer and the feedlot there,
okay,
Lormer Farms, I should say. And then my brother Andy lives in Carroll, Iowa, and works for the county.
okay.
Yeah, just we grew up there in little old Fremont County, and
Yep,
yeah, it's just kind of crazy. But
yeah.
how I got my start rodeoing, which I'm sure that's what you're wanting to get into,
Uh,
wanting to know that is that's kind of a long story, but I was your typical class clown in high school,
okay.
and we'd gotten a new teacher that had come in to sit into Farragut, excuse me, and she asked us seniors, and I happened to be a senior that year, what we wanted to do when we graduated.
Hmm.
And I was sitting in a classroom in FFA class, or FHA class, which was Future Homemakers of America at the time. I
Okay.
was there because that's where all the girls were at. Let me
Of
just
course
get that
you
out
were.
there. But that's where I was at. But anyway, was in that class, and this teacher says, "Well, what do you seniors want to do when you graduate? It's coming up. It's coming pretty
Hmm.
quick." And I thought, oh, what is the dumbest, funniest thing I could say here?
Uh,
Now, keep in mind, I'd sit and watch the Sydney Rodeo for years, sitting on Grandpa's
okay.
lap, and played rodeo outside with the lawnmowers, and my brothers chased me for years.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so I thought, well, I want to be a rodeo clown. I said, I'll just say it. I said, I want to be a rodeo clown. And the class laughed, of course, like I thought they would.
Uh-huh.
Thompson, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
fool. What are you talking about?
yeah.
And later that night, I was sitting at home at the dinner table, and the phone ringing. Back then, the phone was on the wall, obviously, and Mom always answered the phone. We didn't. That wasn't our
Hmm.
job.
Yeah.
Mom went and answered the phone, and she started talking, and she peeks around the corner at me. She says, do you know who Mickey Anderson is? I'm like, well, yeah, that's my new teacher. She just
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
goes, well, her sister's on the phone. She wants to talk to you. I
Oh.
thought, well, what in the world is this all about? So okay. So I went in there, and she says, hey, I'm Mickey Anderson's sister, and have a friend that is putting on a bullfighting school in Wahoo, Nebraska. Would you want to go? And I thought, well, 18 years old, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say no now,
Yeah.
like, yeah, sure, why not? Uh, so then, here I am going to go to this bullfighting school. It was like I think it was like $125 back then or something like that. Had no money, absolutely no money. And this is where the class of 94 comes in,
Okay.
because if it wasn't for my classmates who gave me every chore to do, they said,
Oh
just
my
do my
gosh.
chores, you can have my money. I don't know if they hated me and wanted me to go or what the deal was, but I can remember cleaning somebody's house, cleaning cars. I remember, and
Uh-huh.
they just gave me the money to go to that school. So here I am, 18 years old,
Wow.
got my first Ford Ranger pickup, drive to Lincoln, Nebraska, stay in a motel, drive down a wrong way street,
Oh no.
not knowing anything in life,
Oh
and
man.
go to this bullfighting school in Wahoo, just outside of Lincoln,
That's
and
funny.
pull in there, and there's a parking spot that's got my name on it. And I'm like, this is cool. This is like, yeah,
Huh.
I'm all right. This is cool.
Okay.
I'm the stuff, I got my name right there. I pull in there and meet the bullfighting instructor, which is the guy's name was Okie Ewing. He
Okay.
was out of Oklahoma. And for the first, him and Ryan Lindsay was the other guy, and he was a Nebraska guy. But they took me out back and chased me around the wheelbarrow for about, I don't know, 40 minutes to an hour, teaching me what not to do and what
Yeah.
to do.
Okay.
And then put me in the middle of the pen against a fighting bull.
Wow.
And and like that wheelbarrow over my head, it was gone when they let that bull out. I forgot about it.
Oh, you hear the snorting
Oh,
and the pawing and
and I felt it. I got about
Oh.
I don't know, probably 2 foot from the fence, and that old bull picked me up, throw me over the fence.
Oh.
So I like to say I've been hooked and doing it ever since. But but yeah,
Goodness.
that was wild and crazy. I mean, that's how I got my start. That's how
Welcome
it
to
started.
rodeo.
And there was actually a gentleman there that was there looking to buy some rodeo stock at the time. A guy by the name of Shad Smith,
Oh yeah, I know Shad.
who I had known from
yeah.
Fremont County. Not really, I'd
Yeah.
known of him because
Yeah.
we're in the Fremont County Fair together,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
4-H, and just seen each other a lot here and there.
Sure.
Being a neighboring school from Tabor, he was. And we started talking, and he's like, well, he says, I got a practice pen over the hills there in Thurman, up by the cemetery there in Thurman.
Yeah.
He said, you be interested in coming over and working my practice pen? I'm like, sure, be practice, why not?
Okay.
So I went over there to started working his practice pen for years, and then my little brother wanted to ride bulls. He wanted to learn how to ride bulls, and I told him, I said, I haven't been charging anything for getting this practice. I said, would it be all right if my little brother came over and ride?
Yeah.
And I'll just keep working your practice pen. So he brought my little brother in and took him in and got him riding some bulls, and it wasn't very long after that I switched gears and started working rodeos outside of that little circle, and was in Nebraska, Waback, Nebraska, and they come up with a new rule. The association came up with a new rule that there had to be 2 bullfighters instead of just one. Because before I was doing the bullfighting and the comedy side of things, both.
Okay.
And the contractor called me and said, well, do you want me to hire a guy, or would you like to? And I thought, light bulb. I'm going to double dip here. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm
there
just
you
gonna Tell
go.
my little brother to wear my other pair of baggies and stand there and watch, basically. So he goes with me to Wahoo, Nebraska, and the first bull comes out, runs me up a fence, and I turn around, and the crowd's making a big commotion. I turn around, and my little brother's out there making rounds with this bull. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It was a natural. I mean,
Oh man!
He ran circles around me. I mean, he was really, 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 really good.
Amazing.
So the next year comes, that same rodeo, Waback, Nebraska. They hired us back. Thanks to my brother, probably. But I had an opportunity to go someplace else and work another rodeo.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, Andy, you just work it. I said, just get Ben, our other brother, to wear a pair of baggies and stand there and watch like you were going to do. So he does the same thing, and I'll be darned if a doggone bull doesn't run him up a fence. And my other brother Ben goes out there and starts making rounds with this bull.
Oh,
and
boy.
He's pretty good at it too. So now we're all 3 doing it.
Yeah.
And my mom's got every gray hair there is.
I'm sure she does.
But now all 3 of us are doing it. We're traveling all over the country, rodeoing together, all 3 of us.
Wow.
Yeah, doing it. And they would do the bullfighting end of it, and I would do the comedy side of it.
Okay.
Or the barrel man part of it. And yeah, it kind of took off.
Wow.
And then,
amazing.
And then obviously the barrel man or the clown lasts a lot longer than the bullfighters do. So they're both done and out.
Okay.
And I'm still going. 32 years of it.
32 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in that time frame, I also made a family of my own.
Yes.
I've got a son, Tate, and he's brought my first grandchild, Bristol, and his wife, Mac. They live over at Leon, Iowa.
Okay.
She was a cowgirl. They met at the Leon, Iowa Rodeo, actually.
Okay.
A rodeo that I've been working for 20 years.
Oh.
So that was kind of cool because she was a little freedom rider, and they met, and he even proposed to her at that rodeo.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, it's been kind of a full circle thing there for him, too.
Oh, that's a sweet story.
Yeah, and then I've got 2 daughters, Sadie Kay, who just graduated from college at in Creston there, Swick, that's what they call it. She was a softball player there, and got her gen eds, and she's working now at Ninja Productions. And then I've got a daughter, Ellie, who's a freshman and going to be a freshman in Sydney there.
Okay.
So it's gone full circle.
You're almost out of the woods.
Almost. I'm getting close. I'm able to maybe go and not have to come back as much.
Oh yeah. Well, then Ellie's got some college
sports.
plans in her?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure
Okay,
she does. I'm
good,
sure she
good.
does.
Yeah.
That girl's like me. She's a firecracker. You never know.
Okay.
You never know what's gonna where she's gonna end
Okay.
up. But
Okay.
actually, her group of girls just actually won the
Yeah.
state in FFA competition, junior high
Oh.
FFA
Oh,
competition.
that's
And just last night they were
wonderful.
crowned state champs in that
Oh, that's
competition that they did. Yeah, I thought that was
wonderful.
great. That was
In the whole
wonderful.
state of Iowa.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. I
They,
should do an interview with her.
yeah, you should. The whole group.
The whole
I think
group,
there's
I
a
would
group of
love
like 4 or
to.
5. I don't know exactly what they did. It
Yeah.
was about a podcast, believe it or
Oh,
not.
oh,
So
really?
yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd love to
but
visit
yeah,
with
it
them.
was.
So I'll
I
have to
think
be in touch
it
with
would sure be a good one for you. Yeah,
the Fremont County FFA.
yeah,
Yeah. Is it
yeah.
Sydney, Iowa? Sydney High School.
Sydney's
Yeah,
FFA. Yeah,
Sydney. Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
That's
So
great.
that's kind of my story in a nutshell, I
Yeah.
guess.
And you have another grand on the
I
way.
have another grandson on the way. He'll be here in June. Hopefully wait till about the 21st, and we could be birthday buddies. But that'd be kind
Okay.
of cool.
Okay.
But I'm not going to ask her to do that.
Yeah. Well, what's the due date?
I think it's like the 6th or 7th, I believe. So
Oh,
she'd have to
might make
really
it.
be patient.
Yeah. She might make it.
But yeah, that's exciting.
Great.
I'm excited for that. That's
That
cool.
is exciting. That
Yeah.
I love that anticipation of waiting for
Yeah.
those babies
And
to
they're
come.
old school. They didn't want to find out. They want to
Oh, good for them.
wait and see what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah. But
that's
you
cool.
call it a grandson.
I
You
don't know
think?
that. I don't know that. Maybe I'm a little bit partial that way, but I don't
Okay.
know. I've already got a really cool one. And Bristol's pretty neat. He's fun.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter as long as it's healthy.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly right. So grateful for that. We've been here talking to Boom Boom.
Yes.
So we will take a little pause for our sponsors and we'll be right back with you. Serving Mills County and beyond, Ruby Realty is your trusted team for residential and commercial real estate, plus full-service property management, local experts, honest guidance, and a commitment to getting you results. Ruby Realty, rooted here and working for you. Okay, we're back here with Boom Boom. Is that the whole nickname?
That is the nickname.
Boom Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
How'd that come about?
Well, I was working a rodeo in, oh boy, you're going to call me on this because I don't remember where the rodeo was at. I can remember the rodeo announcer. His name was Rex Strayer. He was out of St. Joe, Missouri, and I was working a rodeo, and it was one of the first rodeos I ever built one of my pyrotechnic booms, my explosions. And he just goes, gee, mini Christmas boom boom, and it just stuck.
Okay.
I don't know. That's how I got it.
Oh, that's great. So you do a lot with pyrotechnics with your show?
I do.
Yeah.
I like to make a boom. I like to live up to the name, boom
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
It's not the main part
Yeah.
of the show, but it's part of it. It's just
Yeah.
I do a lot of funny skits and stuff like that,
Sure.
and it just seems like there's always a sneaky explosion in there somewhere.
Right.
But
Okay.
kind of gets everybody's attention.
Right.
Kinda-
Yeah. It's fun. It keeps it lively, and
It's kind of funny how you sit next to somebody and all of a sudden that boom goes off and everybody jumps.
Yeah.
And then it loosens them up.
Right.
So,
So you have a lot of tools that you use, and one of the things we mentioned earlier was the barrel.
yes. Yeah.
And
Couldn't bring that in studio today, but
Right,
yeah,
unfortunately.
I do use the barrel. It's kind of it's a safety island out in the middle of this big ocean is what it is for the bull riders, basically, and the bullfighters to come to. And then I'll try to pick it up and pack it in when there's a wreck, or when I feel like there's going to be some action, I'll move it in.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a aluminum barrel, weighs about, I don't know, probably 125 pounds.
Oh
maybe.
my.
Yeah, it's not that heavy.
So you got handles inside there. You pick it up and
move it. Yeah.
wow.
Now, let me say this: the first 26 years of my career, I had a big old heavy steel barrel. And that thing weighed like 300 pounds.
Oh.
And that was hard.
Well, this probably feels like Easy Street.
This is like flipping pancakes. This is great.
300 pounds.
300
and
pound
you
barrel.
had to.
Yep.
Boy, I think I would just.
There's straps in the bottom of it, and you just pick it up. Hose handles is what they are.
Oh.
You pick it up and.
Like garden hose that it's attached to.
Yeah, you don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
But 300 pounds, you didn't get in a hurry. But yeah,
I
it
bet.
was a big old heavy barrel.
Yeah.
But it's it's a good place to be when there's a tornado. I can tell you that.
Wow. The next time I see a rodeo clown in a barrel and bullfighters pushing it, I'm going to know why now. I didn't know they weighed that much.
Yeah, mine's made out of aircraft aluminum. So,
Okay.
So it's really light now.
Yeah.
And yeah, speaking of the bullfighter, you really got to have trust in guys because there's nowhere to go. You're at their mercy. If they leave your open end, the open end of the barrel where you get in and out.
Oh.
if they leave that open end exposed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're gonna catch a horn or a
Yeah.
foot or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
so you really got to trust your guys out there. Once again, that's teamwork and the whole
Sure.
deal. But
Sure. Don't want to make
you
them
know,
mad, do you?
no, you want to be pretty good buddies with them, really. But and then there's just a steel plate in the bottom of that you stick your feet through, and
Okay.
that's how you walk. So you
Okay.
pick up the hose handles or the rope handles,
Uh-huh.
and then you just
Okay. Oh,
kind of
interesting.
scoot like a turtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you brought a few things with you.
I
Let's
did.
talk about.
Well, I just brought my wardrobe basically.
Okay,
I didn't know for sure what I'd need,
Let's
but
check it out.
yeah, you know, I wear
Yeah.
just a typical old red and
Yeah.
white
Okay.
shirt, you know, and then throw a few sponsorships on there. I just have my pro rodeo ones here today,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of what you'll see me. I'm a red and white color guy. I like the red and white stripes.
Yeah.
I probably should wear black because it's more slimming, but
Oh.
but I don't. But I don't. And then I've got a pair of baggies here.
Big baggies.
Yeah, the big clown baggies.
Okay.
Pretty good size. This is my cinch pair.
Okay. Nice.
And it kind of it's kind of
Those look too big for you.
well they're a little big. I don't get to say that very often. They're a little big. I wear a pair of suspenders that they give us out to Las Vegas every year.
Okay.
The clowns have a convention out there
Now,
every
what's
year in
that say on
Vegas.
it?
South Point. That's just the name of the
South Point.
casino. Yeah.
Okay.
They
Okay.
have the national convention out there every year.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
And then I've got a pair of Wrangler baggies here that I
Okay.
wear too, and they're
Uh-oh, they got
yeah.
stain.
Yeah, well, there's probably
I recognize the color of that stain.
I did wash them, I promise.
Oh, it stains. It's
yeah.
good. That's grass after it's gone all the way through
Yeah,
an animal,
yeah.
and there's no getting that stain
No, there
out.
isn't. There isn't. But that's it just depends on where you're at too, which
Yeah.
ones you wear, because you might be at a Wrangler rodeo, you might be at a cinch rodeo. So
Okay.
you kind of gotta cater
Okay.
to them a little bit on that. And then I've
Okay.
got this this pair of shorts that I wear, this pair of gym
Okay.
shorts. It's kind of cool though, being where you're tied to the veteran stuff too.
Oh,
with your,
sure.
with your podcast. This is in honor of a fallen soldier, actually.
Oh,
A guy by the name of H.D. Hogan.
okay.
And his father has put together a college scholarship program in honor of HD.
Okay.
And he has a select few of us that are in the program as rodeo clowns and barrelmen, because HD was a saddle bronc rider, I should add, in high school rodeos.
Okay.
So HD gives out scholarships every year.
Okay. Is there a website for that? Is there somewhere
there
people
is
could give if they
HD Hogan Foundation.
Okay.
Yep,
HD
yep.
Hogan.
Yep.
HD Hogan Foundation.
Yep. So yeah,
For scholarships.
yeah, for high school scholarships. They've done just high school rodeo for the last few years. I don't know if they've opened that up or not yet,
Okay.
but there was talk of that. I do know. So,
That's nice. Yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of nice to be. It's kind of
College scholarships for high school students.
Yes,
we should,
correct.
We should
But
say.
it's an honor to be part of that program for me.
Yes.
You know, that to be asked to be part of that's pretty cool.
Well,
'cause
that's wonderful.
HD was a sure a hero in my eyes. So.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
So yeah, that's just kind of what we
Yeah.
wear and what we do. I mean, it's the baggy pants don't really do anything. I guess it's just a clown thing.
It's the stick, right?
Yeah.
There's-
I don't wear a bunch of bandanas like a bunch of some of the other
Uh-huh.
guys do. I don't know.
I suppose that's like the way that swings. The bull might go for that
movement,
instead of, and it creates movement for the crowd. But the bull might swipe
Yes.
some of those bandanas rather than, and the same with the baggy pants, instead of getting to your body.
Right.
If you can sidestep it.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
the bulls, believe it or not, are colorblind. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh yeah.
They're colorblind. They don't
Yeah.
know that. They see movement. is
So
what
the
they
whole
see.
red cape in bullfighting is a.
Yep. Yeah.
is a
Well,
myth.
it's the movement. It's not
The
it's
red
not the
doesn't
red.
make them mad.
No, it doesn't. Does not. But
That's
it's
funny.
definitely the movement. So that's why you see that. And I guess I pick my colors and stuff because the red and white just. I guess I grew up idolizing like guys like Jim Bob Feller and those guys, and just seeing what they wore. And Frank Newsom was another one that I got the red and white from. I paint my face kind of after some of those guys. I've got little bits and pieces of guys that what they wore on their face, and
Those are your
just-
heroes.
Those were the guys I grew up
Yeah.
watching, and those
Yeah.
were pretty special.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome that you have been able to take a little piece of them with you
Yeah.
by
I mean,
incorporating some of their things
And-
into
and
your.
because of social media, actually, I've been able to kind of reach out and stay in touch with those guys and stuff too. And
That's great.
that's really cool that I'm actually getting to walk in the same footprints that
Wow.
some of my idols did. You know, and that's pretty cool to me. So
Yeah.
not only my idols, but there's been a couple other local guys that have done the Sydney Rodeo over the last few years that the remarkable men. You know, you've got Jerry Travis,
Yeah.
who kind of ironic. He was my mom's school bus driver.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, and here
Okay.
I am, a school bus driver. I
Okay.
drive a little extra on the sides, you know, here and there.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's kind of wild that that's gone. And then Jerry's seen me grow up and grow into this role that I'm in, and
Sure.
he's been a real big real big supporter of everything. And Jerry's great.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
that's
Aaron
awesome.
Levy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who fought bulls there at Sydney. And so, you know, those are the first two local guys that I'm aware of, or only
Yeah.
two local guys I'm aware of that have ever fought bulls or clowned at Sydney Rodeo.
Sure. It's interesting that more of the kids through the years didn't get involved in rodeo that are
Mhm.
from there. It there are some,
Yeah.
but as far as going on, there's the young man Mason Sheldon went to high
Yes.
school with my son.
Yep.
You want to know a funny story?
Sure. I'd like.
Oh my
Is it on
gosh.
Mason?
It's on no, it's
I've got a
on
bunch-
me.
see, I've
But
got a bunch of
Mason
them on
was
Mason.
there. So they were at a track meet, and I went, where were we? Maybe Red Oak. I don't know. We're at a red, and he's about the stature of my
Yeah.
son.
Yeah,
Looks
they were.
bit like my
I
son.
coached against your son, so I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
and, then,
yeah.
and then Mason was a good athlete as well.
So Mason's sitting on so wherever we were, it was like the track was down here, and then the stands were up. There was a concrete wall, and then some pole railings,
Okay.
right? Pipe railings. So in my mind, Mark was sitting there. They had the same color clothes on and everything. My son's sitting there on that pole going across there. And I was trying to find him, and he was talking to kids my son knew and hung out with, and I was like, okay. So I ran up behind him and I smacked him right on the behind. His bottom was hanging over the rail, and I smacked him on the behind like that. He was a kid in high school, and he turned around and it was Mason, and I was like, oh my God. I said, Mason, I'm so sorry. He just laughed. He took it with a grain of salt, and I felt terrible. Never made that mistake again.
Yeah.
It would have made my son mad if I'd smacked him like that in front of his friends. So it was kind of just a jokey
Mason
thing.
got a chuckle out of it.
Oh, Mason got it. And I was mortified. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No,
But,
Mason's a good character. He
is,
He probably laughed that up. I'm sure he did.
Oh, he did.
Sure he did.
He did. But
He probably went straight to your son and told him, "Hey, your mom just smacked me."
Right.
I'm sure, knowing Mason, that's how it was.
My son just rolled his eyes.
There's something about Mason that's really cool is I don't know if we mentioned it yet or not, but we're working the Sydney Rodeo together this year.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I know it, right?
This is awesome.
He called me here a few months ago and was like, "Hey, I got to Sydney Rodeo too," and I'm like, "No way, that is so." I was tickled to death that he got it.
Yeah.
I like I said, coached him, you know, and
Yeah.
been with him for a long time, and I love Mason like my own son. So I'm just tickled to death that he's got that opportunity to be there too.
Good kid.
And there ain't nobody I trust
not
more.
A kid. Anyway.
No, he's a stud.
What is
He's
32, 33 years old now?
Heck of an athlete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a kiddo of his own.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's been fun to watch him and his group grow up.
Yeah.
They've been pretty inspirational group of kids to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
But I'm excited to get to work that with him.
Yeah.
The rodeo. That's going to be extra special to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Shawn, thank you so much for coming in and visiting with me. I'm so excited about the rodeo coming up this year. I was supposed to, again this year, help judge the national anthem contest, but I had to decline because my granddaughter called me the other day and said, Grammy, I have an expedition for tumbling. Will you come?
Oh boy.
And I was like, yes. When is it? And she told me, and I said, yes, I'll be there. I'll be there. Didn't even cross my mind. The next day I had a heart attack. I was like, oh my gosh, I've just committed to
two things.
Yeah.
Been there,
and
done
then
that.
I called Jan Tackett, and she said, I understand. And I said, thank you, but I can't disappoint that grandbaby.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. So
but thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's been a privilege and an honor to do it. But
I love the Sydney, Iowa Rodeo. And like I said, I feel connected to it all the years that I've been around, and that's since 1986. Yeah. So.
Well, it'll be a good one. Don't miss it.
Oh, I won't miss it. Don't miss it.
A good time this year.
Yeah, it will. It's going to be like old home week.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty neat. Not only is it the best cowboys and cowgirls in the country, but you're also going to see they got the BMX riders, the guys that jump the
Oh, oh
motorcycles.
wow.
So if
Okay.
you're not a
Yeah.
rough stock riding cowboy
Yeah.
guy or cowgirl, then you got those BMX guys.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
yeah, and they
What
do
else
some.
is coming? Is there
I,
other like
I
cowboy entertainment, or is that the
I don't know all the entertainment. I do know
okay?
that those guys, especially that specialty act, will be there. I do know the
Awesome.
great Roger Mooney, the rodeo announcer, will be there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I got to work with him this winter, so that
Yeah.
was great to connect with him,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to work with him again. And then obviously
Mhm.
another Sydney great, Josh Hilton Hambone.
Oh
Will be
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Oh yeah. And
yeah,
another one of those music directors
yeah.
that's right on top of
He's
it.
got it. He's
Yeah.
got it to a niche. And yeah,
Building that crowd,
yeah,
building that
absolutely.
momentum and
And
excitement.
his brother's a big part of it too. He does a lot of the arena directing side of things, and
Right.
Andy does a lot of it,
Yeah.
and very
Yeah.
he's kind of the guy that's behind the scenes you don't see, but you
Yeah.
know. And then obviously Shad Smith has some bucking bulls there, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Survey Rodeo Company is there, and it's
Okay. Okay.
lots of tradition, and it'll be the top notch entertainment. It'll be
I
great.
can't wait.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it go boom.
Yeah, you betcha. Thank you, Shawn.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for joining us on Mills County Roots. We're giving you a glimpse into some Fremont County stuff. We may be doing a little bit more of that soon, but thank you for joining us today. For Boom Boom, Shawn Thompson. He'll be at the Sydney, Iowa Rodeo this year. See you next time.